Everybody, this is Jim at FreeChartVideos.com using time-honored techniques to understand modern markets. This video is for educational purposes only, and it is not intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own due diligence and make investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's look at the S&P. Okay, the first thing I want to say is, and it's not really that big a deal, but I've been getting some negative feedback on the YouTube videos, and for the life of me, I really don't understand why. Because all I'm doing is reading charts using time-honored techniques. In other words, I'm doing this essentially by the book. And the book says this is not a head and shoulders top until it breaks down. Now, if you had gone to my website, I believe it was last Wednesday, when the markets were in the process of just getting underneath this neckline, I sent out, basically I put at the top of every page, caution, watch out, this is breaking down. I sent out a tweet, caution, the head and shoulders is breaking down to the downside. And so I don't know. What was I a bear for this entire march up from the 900s up to the mid 1300s? No, I was a bull. And so I just don't quite understand. Maybe the markets have people on edge or something. But look, I'm going to keep on doing it the way I do it. And I think if you'll follow what I have to say and the logic behind it, you'll realize technical analysis will almost never pick an exact top or a perfect bottom. Technical analysis tells you when the tide has changed. And back here in April of 2009, mid-April, I knew the tide had changed. There was this small kind of inverse head and shoulders actually in the Riffin index. But anyway, make a long story short, now the tide has changed again. We do not know at this point if this is a major change of trend or if this is an intermediate change that is leading to a corrective move that may come down and could bounce here, could come down to this line, could do something in between. But the fact of the matter is, we are dealing now with a market that has shown us something new. Imagine that. You've got to always keep looking at it, and you have to always keep an open mind as to what may be going on in the markets. So let's look at things on a 4-hour chart. I'm going to get rid of this guy right here. And you can see that today, I'm going to kill some of these lines. You'll see that today, the minimum expected downside break from this head and shoulders was not only met, it was exceeded. And if you've been paying attention, I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like a school teacher, but if you've been paying attention, you would perhaps recall that that I said that it is. If this thing breaks down, I don't think it's going to stop at the minimum target. I said I think it's going to at least come down and test the neckline of this inverted head and shoulders that never got a good back test. And if you look at where the trading stopped today, it stopped right on that neckline. Now, I want to show you where I drew that line so you can kind of check the veracity of it. There's the left part of the head, the right part of the head. We extend that line out. And that's where the selling stopped today. Does that mean we rally from this point on up? You know, I wish I could say that. I would say at this point, no, it means that there was support here, and it means that we could rally up from this point. You know, I mentioned that we broke this red line that is drawn from the July 2009 lows across the summer and fall lows, actually late summer lows of 2010. That was broken out. And if you'll remember yesterday's video, I mentioned that I was not sure whether or not this move right here was a back test of that, or whether that was showing support, but that I was predisposed with the news being what it was, that will serve as a back test and we will head down. The good news is I hope that most of you are either short or in cash. I covered a small short position today. I made money on a short, held a long position in a 3x from this bottom here to right about there. Made a little bit of money in that, about 2%, in just a few minutes, it felt like. But I also, like a crazy person maybe, bought a very small long position at the close today. So it's very small, folks. This is not going to be a make or break deal, because I don't really want to get interested in going short this market until we get a meaningful rally, either back to test this red line, or even better, to test the neckline of this pattern, because this little test right here, that's the kind of little one-day tap that you get a lot of times. That's not really what I'm looking for. I did sell this on that and covered. Where did I think I probably covered at the end of the day, or maybe it was somewhere in here yesterday. But anyway, this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a really, really, really ugly market, and I just hope that you're prepared for it, and I hope that you stay tuned. I appreciate you watching this video. When you get a chance, come visit me at freechartvideos.com. I could use your web traffic, and feel free to come by and post in the forum. Thanks.